Hi boys and girls, I thought I'd make a video to tell you about the families of the orchestra. An orchestra is a group of musicians that all play together. And how we can organize them is into 4 separate families. And if you look at the screen, you'll see that this is how the orchestra would sit. And the conductor, the person that leads them, is right up front. And there are 4 families, like I said. And these families have things in common, like what they look like, how the instruments are played, and stuff like that. So I thought I'd tell you about all 4 families. The first family is called the string family. And the string family is the easiest one to figure out because they all have strings. And if you look at these instruments, you'll see they all kind of look the same until you get to the harp. The harp is a little bit different, but it also has strings. The next family is the brass family. Now there are 3 things to remember about the brass instruments. The first thing to remember is that they're all curled tubes of metal. If you look, each one of these is a curled tube of metal that kind of goes around and around until it gets to this end part that goes out like that. That's called the bell. And they're curled tubes of metal because if they were all one big straight line of metal, it'd be too long for anyone to hold to play. So the first thing is curled tubes of metal. Everybody say that. Curled tubes of metal. The second thing is that you use 3 fingers to play each one of these instruments. So if you look, the trumpet has these 3 valves right here. The horn has these 3 rotors right there, and the tuba has these 3 plus a bonus one. The trombone doesn't look like you would put your fingers anywhere because that's the one that goes in and out with the slide, but you actually use your thumb and 2 fingers, 3 fingers to hold on to the slide. So let's say those 2 things again. Ready? Curled tubes of metal, use 3 fingers, and the last one says buzz your lips. Now this doesn't mean like a bee. It's not buzz like that. Instead, what brass players do is they put their lips together and they blow air through them to make sound. Now I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put my hand in front because I don't want to spit everywhere. And if you're going to try this in a minute, I want you to try it too, but you always put your hand in front. So watch me and don't do it just yet. I'll give you a second in a minute. So you go like this and you push your lips together and you go kind of like so take your hand and put it in front of your mouth and try it. All right, stop. Let's say all 3 of those things again. Ready? Curled tubes of metal, use 3 fingers, buzz your lips. Cover it up. All right, let's talk about the 3rd family, and that's another family that you blow into, and that's the woodwind family. Everybody say woodwind. Good. Woodwind means that they are all made of wood, right? No. In fact, if you look, the flute is not made of wood. It's made of metal. And so is this one called the piccolo and the saxophone, also made of metal. The woodwind instruments were originally made out of wood, but as time went on, they switched and they started making some out of metal so that they would last longer and so that they could play a little bit louder sound. But there are 2 things to remember about the woodwind family. The first thing says they are all long and skinny. Everybody say that with me. Ready? Long and skinny. Look at them. They are all long and skinny. This one's long and skinny, but it's got a curve on it, right? But long and skinny, long and skinny, long and skinny. And the thing that's neat about them being, about them being long and skinny is that they have all these keys, all these buttons and things to push. And that's the second thing you have to remember about the woodwind family. They're long and skinny, and you use all of your fingers to play them. So say, use all your fingers. Try that with me. Ready? Use all your fingers, like that. So, because there are so many keys, you have to use all of your fingers. All right. And the last family is the percussion family. Everybody say percussion. Percussion. Yeah, very good. Now, percussion instruments are don't all really look alike. I mean, you've got drums, you've got maracas, you have mallet instruments in there, you've got those castanets, you've got a triangle, you got the guira that scrapes. They don't look alike. Instead, they all get grouped in a family because of the way that they're played. So I put the 3 ways they're played over here. Let me do it first, then we'll do it together. The 3 ways percussion instruments are played are by hit, shake, scrape. Try that with me. Ready? Hit, shake, scrape. So those are your introduction to the 4 families of the orchestra. Bye.